nightmare became true right in front of your eyes. In a matter of days and hours, the exact replica of the nightmare becomes apparent. It's happening right in front of your eyes. What would you do? You know every detail of the nightmare. You know the entire sequence, and you see it happening right in front of you and everyone else. Tonight's story is about such an incident, where a man visited his past and saw a nightmare, saw it happening right in front of him. And believe me, every step of the way, the exact replica of the nightmare was forming. Hello, Doctor. Thanks for meeting with me. It was of no problem whatsoever. Your concerns, what are they? Well, you see, Doctor, I was told that you could travel through time. They say you're a time traveler. I'm afraid there's no such thing. You have been misinformed. I am a doctor of many fields, but not even I purport to time travel. The idea is completely ludicrous. If you knew anything at all about time, you wouldn't bore me with such fanciful tales. But something has occurred. Please tell me what's on your mind. Doctor, I'm absolutely sure that I'm going through a time loop. I believe I'm going back into another year. Well, I can assure you that's quite impossible. It simply can't be done. But it does seem like it's happening, Doctor. It looks like it's going back to 2010, and that was a nightmare. And I can see the nightmare forming layer by layer, and it's not changing. Well, perhaps what you've encountered is not time travel, although you weren't as far off as you may have imagined. It sounds like you've encountered an infinity loop. It's not quite time travel. It's not quite time travel, although it would appear to be very similar. You see, certain ideas get formed in the universe. They get dispelled from place to place. But even though the idea could be errant, if it finds favor anywhere in the universe, it will attach itself as a parasite before that's where it can exist. An infinity loop is not a very pleasant situation, I assure you. Certainly, that's not what you've encountered. Please tell me more. It looks like we're headed back to 2010. The University of Georgia, is replaying the year 2010. They're playing it exactly, and I know how it turns out. Well, I suppose if it were an infinity loop, it could repeat itself. Now, you understand, that's not time travel. We must adjust the infinity loop for what it is. An errant aberration of consciousness that was not quite extinguished and found flame elsewhere. It's complicated. Perhaps we can meet again Monday. My schedule is very busy. I'm getting ready to watch football. You're not going to want to watch football because it's going through an infinity loop or whatever you call it. What happened in this time that you're comparing? Well, it was the worst year the team ever had for 30 years. Set them in a bad situation. It took them 7 years to recover. And yet they stepped right back into the same exact dynamic. Well, I can't tell you that infinity loops are impossible. They certainly could occur. However, to arrange for an infinity loop to occur would be quite the feat, I assure you. Doctor, you're my only hope. Nobody else even believes me. They can't even see it happening. Well, if it is indeed an infinity loop, there are certain precautions that should work. However, I must warn you, fighting an infinity loop is quite the challenge. What should we do? What else could it be? Well, perhaps it is an infinity loop. They certainly do happen. When people are not cautious, they can be reinfected. As simple as that. It's a parasite of sorts, a time parasite. It's a paradigm that's still alive and it's looking for someone to believe that it can exist. And as the pieces begin to match up, it accumulates power. So you're wise to try to battle it. However, you must understand exactly what you're fighting. The only way to stop an infinity loop that is attached is to expose it for what it is. I understand that you make videos for Georgia fans and you're concerned about their future. You don't want them to endure unnecessarily the 2010 year. But I assure you, if there is an infinity loop in place, that might very well occur.